Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kippets. It's Mary, and I'm here with today's edition of Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Word on the Street. It's Shawn versus Kelly again in the comments, and it seems like it's wine and cheese time. Let's get into it, guys. I'll explain. So first of all, there is this post in the Facebook group Love After Lockup, Raw, Uncut, and Uncensored. And it was basically criticizing Sarah and Shawn about the $1,000 a month that Shawn is giving his children and how Sarah thinks Kelly is spending it mostly on herself and not the children. And people were commenting on the post. So, first of all, I agree and totally condone what Tammy Tyler was saying. And the person who started the post, this NLBD, decided that Tammy Tyler was not making any sense. Now, as I was reading through all the comments on this post, I realized that NLBD is a widow and she is coming from a very, I want to say, vulnerable place because I don't want to make assumptions, but I'm assuming being a widow, she may be hard off financially, struggling. She even said at one point in the comments, you know, taking care of a child, just one child, one parent is very hard. She could imagine five. So she is very sympathetic to Kelly. But on the other hand, I believe Tammy Tyler was making a lot of sense, but NLBD decided that Tammy Tyler wasn't making any sense and she was ignoring her. Okay, next, this person, SD, asks, why is he paying for her cell phone bill? Make that make sense. And Kelly, who is in the comments at this point, replies, he isn't paying my cell. That was a bold-faced lie. I paid for it on my own. Well, word on the street, Kelly, that is a bold-faced lie, but we will deal with that another time. Now, Kelly responds to a comment that she does have court-ordered child support because people keep asking her, why doesn't she just put Shawn on a court-ordered child support agreement? And now she replies that there is a court-ordered child support agreement. But didn't Shawn say on TV that they don't have a court-ordered child support agreement, that they made an agreement amongst themselves? Who's lying here? I'm confused. Okay. So now Kelly says that he is on child support and $200 a month is nothing. And she says that she only calls him for the show. She calls him for the show to film it, and that her children aren't comfortable calling him. They aren't all teenagers. She refuses many times to disclose their ages. She says it's for privacy reasons. Someone says, Kelly, have you tried to have his license revoked? If he's so behind on his court-ordered child support, you could get him arrested. You could get his license revoked. You could get an attorney for $700. You could pay off the attorney in payments. You know, there's a lot of things you can do. And Kelly has an answer for everything. She cannot, she cannot get a lawyer. She cannot afford a lawyer, not even to pay a lawyer off in small payments. All the money from the show is long gone. We can't garnish his check from the show because it's not a regular paycheck. He has his court-ordered small child support come directly out from his check, so they can't lock him up. So is he behind on his court-ordered child support or not? If it's being taken out from his check, then I would assume he's not behind. This is where the lines become blurred to me and I get confused. I don't know if I'm just a delusional pothead. but things become, confused to me at this point. Okay. So then I remembered my former partner and I, Brianna, interviewed Kelly and her boyfriend, AJ, over a year and a half ago. And I just wanted to share this little clip with you guys. I found it very interesting because she says that her children don't know Shawn and they feel uncomfortable talking to him. So I just wanted to share this clip with you guys.
There you go.
So you went to the daughter-daddy dance, huh?
2 or 3 weeks after I moved here.
Good for you. How old was Gracie?
8.
Yeah, it was almost 10 years ago. So she was like, 8, 9 years old.
You guys have been together a long time.
Off and on for going on 10 years.
So yes, Kelly has been in a relationship with AJ off and on for 10 years.
That's why it pisses me off when people are like, oh, she's just jealous and wants Shawn back. If she wanted Shawn back, she could have done it 10 years ago.
Sure.
She moved me here from Pennsylvania to be with her. It's like, if she wanted Shawn back, she was living with him at the time.
Yeah, why would I, go through all that if I wanted him?
And like Shawn paid for my bus ticket to move here.
What?
So it's not even like he didn't know about me. He knew I existed. He paid for my bus ticket. He brought me here, and then he used me as an excuse not to come around and see his kids.
Why did he pay for your bus ticket?
You'd have to ask him that.
And trust me, I will.
I think it was because we had been already split up for a little bit at that rate, and he knew it was like completely over and stuff. And I think it was a way to kind of so he didn't have to take the responsibility anymore. He was like, oh, well, he can basically be there, so I don't have to. That's how I see it. So,
do you have any biological children of your own?
I do. I have a biological daughter back in Pennsylvania, but she was adopted a couple of years ago because her mother was deemed unfit, and we were always fighting and stuff. So I wasn't able to be a part of that. She kind of pushed me out of her life and said I wasn't allowed to see her. And then I was homeless for a while. So I ended up moving down here to kind of get my life back on track. And Kelly and I kind of adapted from there. So I haven't seen my daughter in a while, but I know she was adopted by her aunt and she's being well taken care of.
So let me get this straight. You have a biological child that you know is out there, but you're not involved in her life.
Are you in touch with her at all?
I have the ability to be, but I've kind of been staying away. She's only 12, so she's kind of at a point in her life where I really don't want to influence and kind of confuse her, because I was a foster kid growing up, so I know how confusing it could be to just have things thrust on you weren't expecting. So I want to let her get to the point where she knows I exist. I've seen her when she was littler. So if she ever wants to get to know me personally, she has that opportunity. She knows who I am, but I don't want to confuse an already volatile part of growing up.
So we'll just confuse her later on in life.
Do you feel like Shawn has been the same way with his kids? Is there kind of a parallel going on here?
I think to some extent, yes, but I also think to some extent he likes to use that as an excuse. Kind of like, oh, I've been gone for so long, I don't know how to interact with them anymore.
So what's your excuse for your daughter? Asking for a friend.
But it's like, you were also with them for the greater majority of their lives up to X point, and then you chose to walk away. Like, I walked away, but I was kind of more shoved away. I was kind of thrown out of the picture. Whereas he he lived 20 minutes away for 7 years. It's not you weren't that far away. You could have visited multiple times and didn't. Then you moved to Vegas, then you moved to Ohio. At a certain point, it stops being an excuse and it just becomes your run.
So I just wanted to share that little bit with you guys because I found it very interesting that Kelly has someone in her life that so tears Shawn apart for not being involved and not doing what he considers a lot for the children, but he has a biological daughter that he chooses not to be involved in her life because he doesn't want to confuse her. Okay, now Kelly has refused repeatedly over and over to confirm her children's ages. I will not do that because they are not my kids. I will let their father do that when he comes on my channel. If and when I do get the interview, I will let their father do that. But as you see, Kelly refuses to confirm exactly how old her children are. And in case you're wondering what the child support guidelines in Arizona are, check it out. Maybe this is why Kelly doesn't want to go to an attorney. Maybe this is why Kelly doesn't have the money, or Kelly doesn't have the payments for an attorney, because these are the laws in Arizona. And maybe things wouldn't be in her favor. Okay? So this is basic child support obligations. And I don't know. But Kelly seems to have a great habit of going online whenever she's in need. Okay? She posts to her Facebook. She'll do a GoFundMe in a hot second. She'll go to the Facebook groups. So I don't know. But there seems to be a lot of discrepancies between Kelly's story and Shawn's story. So we'll see when we get to the bottom of it. Now, let's move on to let's have some wine and cheese, because I've been craving wine and cheese all day for some reason. Okay, guys? So we're going to start off with Charles Grape. Who is Charles Grape, you may ask? Alyssa's ex. You know, Chance's girlfriend. Yeah. Well, now it looks like that he's upset with her, but he's going to forgive her. Forgiveness is all he has. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to call him Chatty Charles, okay? Because 1 minute he's in my DMs chatting up a storm about her. He's posting selfies with her in bed with him. And then the next minute, he's talking about scars on your heart never come from strangers or enemies, because you have to care about someone in order for them to leave that scar in the first place. Forgiveness is key, and I hope you have a lot of forgiveness in your heart, Charles, because like I told you, Alyssa was levying some really, really harsh accusations against you that could have got you into a lot of legal trouble. And you still asked me to be nice because you wanted to protect her mental health. She didn't give a shit about your mental health when she was telling people that you were holding her against her will and you were drugging her with drugs and sleeping pills. But hey, you still asked me to be nice to her, okay? Because you were concerned about her mental health. And I told you the only reason why she cared was because Starcasm published all of her mugshots. And you still asked me to be nice because you cared about her and you wanted to protect her mental health. Well, Charles, I'm giving you some virtual strength because I don't know, dude. I don't know. Wine and cheese. That's all I have to say. And let's have some more wine and cheese. Okay? I'm telling you, the craving for wine and cheese today is strong. This is all I have to say. You see my face? I'm not even going to read this. Okay? I'm just going to make a face. Because Lindsay, she can't even fart without him going to social media and writing something about it. Okay? I mean, poor Kevin can't even shoot his shot at Lindsay. Okay? Without him commenting on it. Bro, let Kevin shoot his shot. Okay? Please. Like, at the risk of being called a boomer Karen, it's giving stalker vibes. Just saying. Anyway, moving on. Miscellaneous stuff. You guys remember Cheryl, right? And her new man, she definitely has a type. Well, I don't know if I previously told you guys this, but her old man, Josh, is on Meet an Inmate. So, yeah, he's looking for a new chick. And all I have to say is get well soon, Haley. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry that you are going through it, but hey, the babies will be worth it at the end. So get well soon. So before I close out tonight's video, I just want to say it just seems like 2024 is a said what I said kind of year. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. Share my video with a friend or 10. And please consider joining my membership. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.